Hi everybody, it's Rachel Lynn. I have a little tip for you. And this has to do with using the principles not only in the landscape, which I know you're going to be learning a ton about in this class, but also in, and not only in your personal lives, in your immediate relationships and so forth, but on that like zone 3 level with your design process. How can you obtain a yield, for instance, in the design process? And that would be engage people. Have specific conversations about the steps that you're in the design process that call people out. So one of my favorite things to do is I have these game pieces that I made, and they all are different things on the elements list. And I literally put them on the table, sometimes on top of the analysis map that I've made. And I ask people to share their imagination about where they saw this and that element appearing on the scale drawing with all of the solar, wind, and other data that I've collected and synthesized, so that we can really talk about what that means. And so I'm obtaining a yield in the process by getting my clients' imaginations engaged. And this is a great way for me too to check my relative location, because this isn't my land. So if I step into that designer role as an ego, and that ego's ever present, but what are the ways in which I can put my investment, if you will, my emotional attachment, if you will, to what occurs, than to just be in service of the client and finding what their imaginings are. So that dance in the design process is a really special moment for me, where we have a ton of information on the table and we have a ton of imaginings going on in the circle. And so I want to try and bring those things together and weave insights together so that we can catch on, the energy. So catch and store that as I move forward in the next step in the process, which might be more data collection, obviously, and going back to the client on a loop. Learning loop of solar, for instance. For me, I have to do a lot of research because that isn't a niche that I came to permaculture with, but it's this design process stuff that I came to permaculture with. So engage your clients in the landscape, make ways of tapping into or harvesting their imaginings, and that'll help you keep your own relative location in check, and you carry forward with this, so you've caught and stored energy as well. That's 3 functions. Stack those functions. Bye.